the science of MicroExpressions. And we're very happy that they're bringing it to the Philippines, and we'd like to congratulate you for coming over. A warm round of applause for all of us. You will be the first practitioner. I had two experiences I could share to you why I'm fascinated with body language in the whole area of microexpression. I worked as a lay missionary for 3 years in Mindanao with the Ligaya ng Panginoon community. And we take time of listening to problems, counseling, listening to them, and kind of deciphering the real emotion. And that's that for 3 years been doing that. So I kind of grew in analyzing people. And my second experience is I work as a legal investigator, legal officer at the Department of Natural Environment Resources, Region 10. And my job is really to prosecute people. First, my own co-personnel, my own colleagues, and interview people, illegal logging, illegal mining, poaching, rape of our forest, our environment. And I grew as I make affidavits, carry my recorder just to draft affidavits afterward and file it in court. I grew also in detection, lying, or at least persons who do not disclose the truth. Right? So I kind of grew like, wow. And you will be surprised, all of us do. I'm 40 years old. I see the microexpression of this like 45. I still see. I still okay.
Higher.
52. Yeah, I'm 52. Why am I late? Because I'm very trying to be candid. Because I don't know how to propose. I don't know how to court really. I'm very honest with you. I mastered the art of public speaking, but I shiver when I'm in front of a woman. I read a book about body language. I think I found the book somewhere in Singapore. And so when our first date is Tim here, sorry to embarrass you, Tim. I don't know how to court, but I could see her body language.
Wow.
I could see her body language, and how do I court this girl? But so when I uttered the word, would you like to be my girlfriend? I hate saying I love you, but because the micro-expression of I love you that follows is hard. When saying I love you and after that you flash the micro-expression, there's no micro-expression of I love you. So I just said, Tim, would you like to be my girlfriend? I said, no. So I hate rejection. But this is what she said, not now.
Wow.
You like that? And so I said, okay, thank you, so I have a chance. And I followed it up. So that's how fascinating is body language. Our conflict before would last for 1 week because I don't know how to spot the emotion right away. But now, when he flashes the micro-expression of, what's that? Yes, so I would tone down my voice. God, this is gonna be war. I can see that with our helper. After laughing, and she flashes the micro-expression of sadness, and I would say, why are you sad? And she said, no, I'm not. After a while, she acknowledges, how did you know? Then I said, I got 97. Patrick and Keisha will tell you how useful it is. It's not all there is to it, but I'm pretty sure that it will add a dimension to your professional knowledge. We have a court case, and the other lawyer would smile at me and smiles at me like. And then for years he's been doing that. I smile back. I didn't know that it was a smile of contempt. Keisha, so I call it, it's a contempt to smile. So you've been smiling at people for all you know, hi. Or either in the right side or the left side. It's a contempt to smile. And Keisha and Patrick will reveal to you the authentic smile. I promise that you will be able to relate with people in an authentic way. And it will be different this time. Your emotional intelligence increase in the sense that you can just sense what this person is feeling. let me give you a short test. I've used MicroExpressions already, but it also includes body language. Like, what's this? Turn up?
Well,
Huh?
sounds like I'm doubting you.
I'm doubting
I'm
you?
smarter than you.
Yeah, it's called, you're right. It's an akimbo gesture. How about this? Okay. How about that?
Board.
Bored? Bored? You're bored and listening? How about that?
Extra board.
Double bored. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, good.
Depends
In
on what
Japan, it is a
country.
it depends on what country. In Japan, it is a different connotation. In the Philippines, it was used during the Estrada trial by Senator Soto. What's that? Okay, and money. For me, the best, the sure way of looking at the body language is coupled with micro expressions. So it can never ever escape your attention. And of course, there are limits and there are cautions to this. But it's a wonderful knowledge to acquire as consultants, as professionals, as businessmen. Benefits of the seminar, I'll go quickly. You will gain decisive advantage in negotiations. You can detect up to 80% of the 4 to 200 lies you hear every day. And yes, grow in our emotional intelligence. As we grow in our skill in reading micro-expressions, we will definitely grow in our emotional intelligence. What are micro-expressions? 1/25 a second. Very short, it's so quick that you can miss it. But if you're trained, you can detect it because it's visible to the human eye. How many of you know Charles Darwin? Of course, a scientist, yes. He wrote a book back in 1872. And the title of the book is Micro-Expressions for Business. The title of the book is The Expression of Human Beings and Animals. A long time ago, 1872. And in it, he tried to illustrate that animals and human beings communicate in the same way, and that's the goal is really to understand each other. In the 1960s, Haggard and Isaacs discovered it. They call it micro-momentary expressions. It happened while they were analyzing segment by segment, frame by frame, of probably record the videos of psychotherapy sessions between the psychotherapist and the client, and they discovered this micro momentary expressions, now called micro expressions. How many of you are familiar with Paul Ekman? Together with Friesen in the 1976. I think he went to Guinea and there studied the tribes and discovered that their facial expression, tribes who cannot even understand English or language, communicate the same universal expressions, and he discovered the 7 universal micro-expressions. Together also with Friesen, they discovered FACS, F-A-C-S, acronym for Facial Coding System, now used by FBI, NASA, CIA. In San Diego, University of San Diego, and the other one is San Francisco, studies are conducted on this. And the polygraph test, the traditional way of detecting lies, is now being replaced by the FACS. It's a very good knowledge because you can connect right away, you can build rapport, and once you do that, you can easily bring the person into a deeper transformation. You can also use that for training. I've facilitated more than, I couldn't count anymore, like 1,000 trainings. And the challenge of, especially for big conferences, the challenge of the trainer is to read the body language. They're tired, right? They're bored. So you introduce right away an energizer or icebreaker or anything. So trainers, if they don't like what you're saying, you can see that. As leaders, I think that you also need to be watchful on the micro-expressions of people that you lead.